So the next topic is Pascal's law. Okay, Pascal's law is very simple. So Pascal law is discovered by the scientist Pascal. So it states that if the pressure is applied to uniform fluids that are confined, the fluid will then transmit the same pressure in all direction at the same rate. So Pascal's law holds good only for uniform fluids. For example, let us consider a vessel which is filled with water, which is uniform throughout, as there is one type of fluid which is water. Okay, so it is completely uniform. So consider a vessel which has oil and water, that is not uniform. So as it has two different liquids, okay, two different fluids. So fluid should be confined, meaning fluid is present within region in space. It is not allowed to spread. Okay, so for example, a balloon filled with water and we press it hard against the wall, what will happen? It will definitely spread. We will see the shape of the balloon changes. This is because when we apply force on balloon, pressure is exerted on the water. Water is uniform fluid and it is confined within this balloon and it is not allowed to spread. So we will see the shape of balloon changes. This is because of the pressure that is given by us. So on applying pressure, so water is a uniform liquid and it is confined within the balloon and it is not allowed to spread. On applying pressure, it is transmitted in all other directions. Okay, so this is the concept of Pascal's law. Pascal's law states that pressure will be applied to uniform fluids that are confined. Okay, this pressure, then the fluid will then transmit the same pressure in the all direction at the same rate. Okay, so moving to the next example. So consider a vessel of circular shape filled with water which has 4 openings. In the entire opening, and in the entire openings 4 pistons are attached. So apply force on the first piston. This piston will move inward and the other pistons will move outward. Okay, so this happens when this piston moves inwards, the pressure is exerted on the water. So water transmits this pressure in all direction. So the other pistons except A moves at the same speed, which shows water has exerted pressure in all direction. Okay, so from this we can conclude that what can be concluded is for a uniform fluid in equilibrium, pressure is same at all points. This means there is no net force acting on the fluid. The pressure is same at all points. The fluid moves due to differences in pressure. This means fluid will always move from a point where the pressure is high to the point where the pressure is low. So this is the concept. Okay, so blowing of wind is nothing but air, right? So air is a fluid, so that the air moves from the region of higher pressure to the region of lower pressure. Okay, so this is all about the topic. So Pascal's law states that we can again revise the topic. So Pascal's law states that there are 2 conditions. You have to consider uniform fluid that are confined, which means the uniform fluid that are confined, when the pressure is given, this fluid will transmit the same pressure in all direction. For example, when you consider a vessel which is filled with water and it is a one type of fluid, that is water, right? When you consider oil and water, it is not uniform as it is different fluids. And the fluid should be confined, means fluid should be present within the region. It is not allowed to spread. In that case, what will happen now? The pressure is distributed along all the direction. So for that only we saw the example of balloon also. The balloon is filled with water and it is pressed against the wall. So what happens to the balloon? The shape of the balloon changes, but when we apply force on the balloon, the pressure is exerted on the water. So water is uniform fluid and it is confined within this balloon and it is not allowed to spread, which makes the water spread the pressure in all possible direction. So this is all about the conclusion, Pascal's law. Thank you.